It's kind of odd. I just did a meditation and probably about 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Half of it outside in the sun, half of it in here in the sun, like this. Um, but what was interesting about it is I actually am feeling different now, like mentally. Like it's almost like it's a euphoria. My head feels lighter. So they do say, like scientifically, they can prove that if you meditate on a small, consistent basis, that it actually chemically rewires your brain. It like changes your chemical structure of your brain. And you'd assume it's for the positive because it's a healthy mental strengthening, right? You're actually getting your mind stronger. It's about controlling your mind, just focusing on breathing. It's okay. Unless you're like completely enlightened, you can't have no thoughts. Thoughts will enter your brain. The whole practice is to calm your body, calm your mind, feel yourself. And then another different meditation I do is the Sadhguru one of you breathe in and say, I am not my body. And then as you're breathing out, I am not my mind. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to differentiate. There's three of you. There's your body, your mind, and your spirit. And when you repeat this to your brain, because your brain is the most powerful thing, it's basically a crazy supercomputer, right? But when you can repeat this to your brain over and over while you're breathing, there's something that happens where you can start to feel your spirit. You can actually feel the three different yous. You know what I mean? Consistency, diet, exercise, sleep, and sleep tracking, right? And mental strengthening. And this is one aspect. Those four pillars are the base level, the core for intentional living. If you did those four and then have two of your own goals and actually track your life like that, that's what's so crazy. Our lives are a bunch of micro decisions that don't seem like, oh, no big deal. Do I have an apple or do I have a sandwich? Do I have this? Do I have that? And it kind of doesn't matter for the one decision, but that's the paradox, is it actually does matter, because if you just do one here, one here, one here, it's like if one person littered. If every 8 billion persons threw away one thing on the street and littered, you'd be living in filth. It's the same concept. If you just do one thing today, you improve. Maybe it's so simple as I did breathing more, focus consciously on breathing. I did drink more water. And just starting there and tracking it on the intentional tracker. I'm so excited to show you guys this. It'll be out. We're looking about 2 weeks is probably the longer end of it, but it'll probably be out in a week. But stay tuned for that. But yeah, this is cool, man. Experiencing this, going through like what seems like no big deal. Like, do I do this or do I do this? I think what it's also doing is rewiring your brain to actually go through life and be conscious of even the most meticulous details instead of there's a study done and they said 95%. I'm going to lowball the hell out of this and say over 50% of the decisions we make every single day, over 50% are done on autopilot. And what that means is your brain only records if it's something new, and you have to record to learn. If you learn new stuff. So if you're just eating the same cereal every day and you're just going about your business, then that's why also subsequently, that's why your life feels slow. It feels mundane and you're just going through the motions of doing the same mundane rigmarole life, right? Anyway, this is something that will get you conscious and you'll just see the difference. It's kind of like going back to how I started the video. The meditation, okay, whatever, let's breathe. This sounds weird, right? And you just do it. And then at the end of it, you're like, dude, this was actually, I feel something different. You know what I mean? Excited to show you the intentional living. And it will be a journey through the stars together. Have a great day. Start intentionally living. The whole beautiful part about this is, guess what? It's not for me. It's for you. It's a company based around everyone is selfish and everyone wants to be the best versions of themselves, but we all don't know how, and we don't know how to deal with our past traumas and what are our patterns, and our brain can't hold all the memories. I can't even remember what I ate 2 weeks ago. I mean, I can because I eat the same things every day, but you get what I'm saying. This is going to change anyone's life who uses it and does it consistently. And even if they suck at it at the beginning, it's all that matters is they're just trying to use it and be better. Because for me, it took 60 days of doing the intentional living. I actually didn't understand why I was tracking these things. And then you can start to see the patterns. You can see everything and you're like, wait, holy shit. If I had all these patterns, notes, how did I feel that day? How was my mindset? You could see the progression, but not only that, you can see patterns of how you act. What were the notes? And then when we add AI into it, it's going to do all this shit for you. Sneak preview. I've been having visions about probably 20 years from now, 15 to 20, but in that range, when technology is there, having a wearable device, when battery life and maybe wireless charging is a thing, so you don't have to worry about battery, but battery life and then cameras are good enough, but a real life interactive AI that would be linked up with your intentional living, so you could hypothetically, it would know what you do every day, how you do it, typically how you feel. Like if you've been tracking your life for a year, 2, 5 years, whatever, it will know. Or 15, 20 years from now, imagine you've been intentionally living for 20 years and then you have this interactive AI that you wear and it's always on, but it's real time. So it could, like, right now I'm making a video and it could beep and say, hey, Mr. Sir, if you don't stop making this video, whatever, then we're going to miss out on the appointment we have on our schedule. Or, hey, you're getting off track from your intentional living. Or, hey, you make a mistake. You take a left-hand turn and this thing sees you. You did something wrong. You almost caused an accident. It could beep and say, hey, is now a good time? I want to show you what you did for that blah, 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 the turn, right? Anyhow, I'm getting too much in the weeds. These are all just little examples. This on a bigger scale would revolutionize your whole existence because you would have real-time corrections and it would all align with who you want to be. You know what I mean? End goal, hey, Rylan wants to be successful in this field. He wants to have this blah, 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 blah. Whatever your desires are in life, right? Anyway, it's very fascinating. Have a great day. This is the end of my TED Talk. We'll be up with more content about the intentional living website. It'll probably be called myintentionalliving.com, so you guys can go and do that and actually track it under your own intentional living. But stay tuned. Super excited. I hope you guys are having a great day.